You see, talking to camera feels weird at start. You overthink everything, you feel awkward, you feel shy, and suddenly you just forget to be yourself. But here's the truth about talking in front of camera. It's not just some natural talent, it's a skill which you can definitely build over time. And this is what I did, which actually helped me improve. In order to get better, you first need to actually understand why is it that most people feel a lot shy in front of camera. Before you actually get better in front of camera, you need to understand why is it that you don't feel comfortable in front of it. Now, the truth being said is that everyone is awkward when they get started, and as I just said, it is just a skill issue which you can definitely build over time. And another big factor which plays into it is trying to perform or trying to be someone instead of just being natural and just talking like you usually do. And another biggest thing which might be annoying you is that overthinking on how you look and sound, and just thinking of it makes you feel stiff, robotic, and just whatnot. So how do you get better at this? Now, I'd say that you get started with mindset. So when I start talking to the camera, I just don't think of it as a camera. Instead, I just try imagining a friend of mine. You can just try asking a friend to stand behind camera so you can just watch them while recording a video, if that helps while you're practicing. And you can just alternately look at them while trying to practice on camera. This might sound weird at first, but slowly as time moves on, you just get better at it. And the harsh truth is that confidence just comes from comfort. The more you do it, the more comfortable you're gonna feel and the more confident you're gonna get. And the last mindset hack which helped me was that I realized that I need not be perfect, and neither do you. Mistakes are what makes us, and in a way that helps you stand out a little from the crowd. Now let's just talk about the tips that will help you look and sound better. The first thing I'd say is just eye contact. Start looking at the lens, not just the flip side of your camera. What I actually do while recording is that I just flip the screen to the other side so that there's no possible way that I can see myself. And another practical thing which I've learned is about a bit of posture and body language. Just try to relax your shoulders as much as you can and try moving your hands, but do it naturally. They need not necessarily mean something every time you do them. It just needs to be resonating with the way that you think inside. Another thing you need to focus on is about the voice. It's about the voice and the tone that you're speaking. So this is how I actually sound in a normal environment if I'm just talking to some people. But this is how I start sounding when I'm in front of a camera. It's just a little bit exaggerated. It's just +2 energy points of what I usually do, because I've learned this from Linus Tech Tips that camera just removes 2 points from your energy and you got to compensate for it. The last thing I'd say in this topic is that the biggest thing I feel annoys people is that when they're anxious or they're afraid of the camera, they just start speaking faster instead of taking pauses when they're actually necessary. And if you're someone who just uses a teleprompter, that's going to be even bad, because you'll just start reading through the script and not talking it, if that makes any sense. So, and now that I've said everything, let me just give you some actionable steps that you can work on to get better. And I've tried them personally, so you need not worry if they are gonna work for you or not. First thing I'd say is start filming yourself. Like, just start with 30 seconds a day. You need not post it. You could just be talking about how your day went, or what are your plans for tomorrow or the weekend or whatever it is. And try practicing with talking about random topics instead of just from the scripts. So the reason I say that is that it will help you build a better free flow of dialogue. And most of the time, in my opinion, viewers can notice free flow videos and scripted videos. As long as they're professionally scripted, that's a different game again. But in most cases, for long form especially, free flowing videos are really good. Now, this is going to be the last actionable step I give you, and this is the most difficult one, but it does help you a lot. So when I say you record yourself every day, make sure that you go through it. It is a difficult thing to do, but if you don't watch it, you can't get better at it. I remember when I was in my school, I was playing this shadow fight game and I was never able to get through the final boss. And one of my friends recommended me to do this. Why don't you just screen record the game and just see where is it that you're going wrong and how is it that you can improve. So I did just that every time I fought the boss and I was losing. So I just watched the replay a couple of times, learned where exactly I was doing wrong, then I improved at it, and then after a while I managed to defeat the boss. And in my opinion, learning this is a similar skill too. If you just treat it as a game where you can try to level up yourself, it's going to be more fun. And that being said, if you are a business owner who is trying to scale their business through content, reach out to me on Instagram. I'm helping one client this month to add an extra $2,000 in revenue. That's all from me today. See you next time.